Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? And welcome to Mike's English Lab, where I'm going to teach you how to speak English and how to be the best English learner you can be. Thank you for joining me. It's Wednesday, August 31st, 2 days after I taught my last lesson. And I'm glad to be here with you for this one. So I just want to say hello to everybody who is joining me. And thank you. I really appreciate it. So, Layla, as always, thank you so much. Hi, Mike. Hi, Layla. I'm glad your power's back on so you can join us. I'm really happy about that. We have Khan Akbar. Hello. Thank you. And anytime. Love teaching you. You are great. Lavanya, the old lady, is here. We have Mei Fong. Hey, Mei Fong, welcome to the stream. We have Alyssa Marie. Welcome to the stream. And I guess we have me who said, I'm having some tech issues. So, yes, I had to travel to a different city and pick up two of my cats that I did not have here. So, I had to go get those cats. But anyway, hello to Bertha. How are you doing, Bertha? Welcome to the stream, as well as Alexandra. Welcome to the stream. So happy to have you here today. Today's lesson, I'm going to try and teach you how to speak like an American. And this lesson, I think, is very much connected to my lesson on diction because both lessons are all about speaking. Both lessons, all about speaking. I want you to get the speaking down. So, our goal by the end of today, or by the end of this lesson, is so you can have a smaller idea on how to pick up my accent, or not better yet, I want you to understand what is an American accent. It's very confusing what an American accent is. Very confusing. But also, I want you to understand how you can develop your own English speaking, and if you choose to have more of an American accent, how you can get that American accent. That is my goal. Oh, thank you, Grandma. Am I adopting cats? No, they were already my cats. I went home to America and I had to ask a friend to hold on to my two cats. And I haven't had a chance to go pick them up until today. So now I have two cats in the house with me. So you will see them. They'll pop up every now and then. Not today, hopefully, just because also in this room, I have a lot of things that cats would love to get their hands on. They would love to hit. So I'm trying to keep my hats away for today. Trying to keep them away. So anyway, today I do not have any slides. I don't have any slides, but rather I wanted to discuss something that I saw online from this website called WikiHow. This is a website that tells you how to do things. And on that website, the one that I was looking at is 3 ways to speak American English. And I wanted to talk about the 3 ways that they talk about, some of which I thought were pretty good. And then also, I found another website that I wanted to show a couple of things from, talk about it, and give you some useful tips if you're trying to speak with an American accent. Of course, I speak with an American accent. But before I actually continue with this lesson, I want you to understand that an American accent is a very, very confusing statement. Not statement, but it's a very, very confusing thing. And the reason why is because Americans, we are very diverse. We have a country with 50 states, and those 50 states are most of them are pretty big. To give you an idea of my country, if you're not very familiar, here is America. Is this website for free? This website is for free. I'll give it to you. Easy website you can just look at. Easy website. Also, if my Wi-Fi seems kind of please let me know. If the signal seems bad, please tell me. Okay. I want to show you something. So here, please look at these. where I'm trying to change my website. Give me 1 second. Do. Help me change. Oopsies. Oh, wow. I had to close it first. Okay. So here, I want to show you something. This is a picture of the United States. The United States is a very, very big country. And in this big country, there's a lot happening. Of course, we have Alaska, which is like way up here. It's like connected to Canada, as well as we have Hawaii, which is located in the Pacific Ocean. It's pretty far away. But looking at the continental US, it's very, very, very diverse. To give you an understanding, the southern part of the US is bordered or is connected to parts of Central or Mexico, which is North America, as well as parts of Central America. Places like Florida has countries like Cuba, has the Dominican Republic, many other countries in the Caribbean, right? Many countries here speak, well, I think all countries there, Spanish. It's 1 second, Woody. Sorry. Spanish as well as English, as well as over here as well in the other part of the southern U.S. So that means that Spanish is a big influence in the U.S., even among English speakers. Louisiana was once owned, this state here was once owned by the French. And so French has a very big influence on that state. So even though people speak English, you'll find that some people also speak some kind of funky form of English with French called Creole. So it's really weird, but that's part of the US. You have the northeast parts of the US where, of course, people speak English, but then also it's influenced by other cultures, mostly European cultures. We have a lot of Asian cultures over in California. We have also a lot of Native American cultures in the US. It's very diverse. But even with that, there's a lot of dialects depending on where you're from. Me, I am from this region here. I am from Georgia. I grew up in the city over here called Augusta, as well as I grew up over in a little bit over here as well. So this region, this is the southern part of the United States. We have our own accent. The northern part of the US has their own accent. You have these parts of the US, they have more of a traditional sounding, stereotypical, whatever you think an American accent is, they have that type of accent. You have down here, Texas, they have a certain type of accent that's very similar to mine. Louisiana has also a type of accent, as well as California. So, as well as even here, the north central part of the US also has an accent. So, overall, there is a lot of space with a lot of accents, with a lot of dialects. It's so different and so diverse. So, that is why when I say an American accent, just understand that I mean the accent that everybody thinks of, but there are many different accents. Okay. So, hello, Alanud. Welcome. Hello, Zaza. Welcome. Orsilia. Hey, welcome to the stream. So, with that being said, what I would love to do now is I'm going to change. We're going to change tabs, and I want to show you the website that I looked at, and I want to talk about how you can develop an American accent. And some of the things I say, some are going to be important. Some of the things are not going to be as important. Okay. So here they are. This is how some ways you can develop an American accent. Okay. One way to, and this is a website, by the way, one way that you can develop an American accent is by having, and this is not the way you speak. This is not accent. This is more of vocabulary. Is you want to know American vocabulary. That is very important if you want to start speaking a similar language to us. there are certain words that we use that other English speaking countries don't use as much, or the way we use it. For example, I didn't know this until I became friends with other British people as well as Australians. But for Americans, when we finish high school, we go to college, which is a 4-year school, right? But a lot of people in the UK as well as Australia, they say if you go to a 4-year school after it, you are going to university. We call college and university the same thing. To us, there's no difference. But if you say I'm going to college to someone who is from England, they think you are going to a 2-year school after high school. So it's different. They think you're going to a 2-year school rather than a 4-year school. So that is a big difference between us. Here, it says also, if you look at the third line, mom went to the hospital. Americans, we say, apparently, we go to the hospital. But from what this website says, which I'm not too sure about this one, it says British people say they go to hospital. There is no the. So if you want to speak more like an American, I can say this part. You want to say go to the hospital, to the. Also, the way we say this word here, we say honor. So this H in American English is silent. The H is silent. So we say honor. It's an honor to meet you, right? But a lot of Brits and Australians, they'll say the H sound, or they say H sound, the H sound. So, for example, the word herb, like you can have herbal tea, HERB. Well, a lot of Brits and Australians, they say herb. Americans say herb. They say more herb. So it's a little bit different. It's definitely different. So it's important to know the vocabulary of what each country say. And so here, I can just read this to you really quickly. Again, Americans, we say things like, instead of I go to university, we say we go to college. We say in honor because we don't say the H sound for a lot of words. Not all words, but some words. For example, the British, they say horse. We also say horse. We don't say horse like the animal. We say horse. But words like honor and herb, we say it with the H sound. I know it can be very confusing. And when that happens, what you want to do is you just want to study the words. That's all you can do is just know the difference. Hey, Zainab, no worries. If you're late, but I'm glad you showed up regardless. So again, and if you have any questions about this, let me know. Here are some more words that are going to be completely different in American English versus British English and Australian English, especially British, mostly British English. So, for example, the bathroom or the restroom. The toilet, we call it the bathroom or restroom. Some Brits will call it the lavatory. I think that's how you say that. Lavatory. Or they call it the loo. We don't say that. We say bathroom, restroom. When you step on the thing in your building that takes you to another floor, we call it an elevator. But other countries will call it the lift. But we don't say lift. We say elevator. The next word, freeway. This is the road in which you drive on, the freeway. We do not say motorway. We say freeway or highway. The next one, sweater. It's cold outside, so you put on something thick to keep you warm. We call that a sweater. But some Brits will call it, or most Brits will call it a jumper. For pants, for the thing I'm wearing right now that you can't see, it's called pants. But some people call it trousers. I thought this was very interesting right here. This one here. Whenever I got I started getting more British friends, this one made me laugh. They would talk about their trainers. And I was like, what is a trainer? What's a trainer? Like someone are they teaching you something? What's a trainer? They mean their sneakers, their tennis shoes, like Nikes, Adidas, New Balance. Those are trainers in the UK. But in America, we call them sneakers. Those are sneakers. Dr. Cardio, welcome to the stream. We're learning about how to speak like an American. So if you want to speak more like an American, you want to get some of these words correct. So again, sneakers, don't say trainers, sneakers. Another thing that you want to know if you are to speak in a American way is, well, I kind of already said this, but basically American terms you do want to use. So like phrases. So for example, in a lot of my YouTube videos, especially my shorts recently, I've been talking about like use this phrase. Those are all mostly American phrases that you can use. Not all of them, but a lot of them are American phrases. These are also American phrases that you can use. So whenever I'm tired and I want to take a nap, I want to sleep a little bit, not a long time, a short time, I call it, well, you can say a short rest, but I call it a cat nap. Yeah, I'm going to take a cat nap. It means I'm just going to sleep for a little bit. Not a long time, I just accidentally turned off my mic. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a cat nap. I think so. Layla, mixed pronunciation and spelling also. Ooh. We are learners, so it is okay for us to mix our English by some British words and American words. Well, that is a good question. That's a really good question. You can mix, but the issue is you have to be careful about mixing, because if you mix, there's that chance that you may not know what to mix and what not to mix. So, for example, if you start talking let's say you learn how to say a good amount of things in a British way, but you're talking to Americans, we may not understand. Or if you mix some of your British English with your American English and it mixes in a way that's harder to understand, you should probably know, right? So I would tell people, if you're going to learn English, I would try to stick to learning one dialect. I could be wrong. I may be wrong, but I would tell people to do one, because in trying to mix multiple, you can get mixed up in pronunciation. It's especially if you don't speak English already, you can easily get mixed up in pronunciation. But that's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. So you don't have to listen to my opinion at all. All right. I'm just going to go a little bit faster. Okay. Next. Sometimes people would say like, I need your Hancock, your John Hancock, which is your signature. And the reason why I was going to put this in a short, the reason why is because one of the people who signed America's document saying that they were free, their independence from the British, his name was John Hancock. and he signed his name, he wrote his name really big. And so, as a phrase, we say, I need your John Hancock here on this line. Many people don't use it. You can use it, but it's not used a lot, but you can if you want to. I'm going to skip to something that I think that you could use. Okay. Um, go to the fourth one, the benefit of the doubt. We say that a lot. If I trust you without seeing that you've done something, I can give you the benefit of the doubt. So, meaning that I think that you probably did what I hope you did, but I don't see it. So, for example, let's say a child comes to you, or you talk to a child and you say, "Hey, did you do your homework?" And the child says, "Yes, I did my homework." But you're not too sure if that child did their homework. They may have, they may not have. Instead, you give them the benefit of the doubt, meaning you trust that they did their homework, even though you don't see it. Even though you don't see it. Ali, that is a good point. Ali says, or Ali says, eye to eye contact or eye contact is so important for business interviews. Yes, if you were to do a business interview, realize how important it is to have eye contact. Eye contact in American culture means that you are brave, you are bold, and you are not afraid. If you look down, then it shows weakness in American culture. So that's why if you are talking to American children and you're really upset and you at them, right? American children will look you in the eye. In some cultures, looking a child looking an adult in the eyes is disrespectful because it shows that the child is being disrespectful. But in American culture, it means the child is being brave and accepting responsibility. That's when they look you in the eye. So it's a difference there. For a while, I'm hanging out myself. Of course, handshake. What are you talking about, Ali? Ali, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm gonna go ahead and finish this slide. We say a lot of these a lot. Of course, hanging out. I think everybody knows hanging out. I'm relaxing. I'm hanging out. The last straw. This is the last straw. It says here final problem, but a lot of times we don't use last straw as final problem. We use last straw as final chance or final opportunity. So, like, for example, let's say a child keeps making mistakes. Like, you tell them what to do, they don't follow directions. And so, before you punish this child, you tell the child, this is the last straw. If you do it one more time, you're in big trouble. So, last straw is more of your final chance. Again, if you do this again, this is the final straw. If you do it again, you're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. That's final straw. Definitely used. We use that. Best of both worlds, by the way. I would also recommend you all to do that. Best of both worlds. That's a good phrase. We use that when you have the advantage of two different things. So if you speak multiple languages, which a lot of you do, you speak English and you know your other language and maybe others, you have the best of both worlds. You can do well with your own language, but you can also benefit from your other language. Two advantages from two different things. Okay. Ali, Ali, you and this is my last straw. You would not use it that way. In this sense, this is the last. this is the last straw typically has a negative connotation or a negative meaning. That is when like something is not happening that should be happening. And so this is the last chance that you're going to give somebody. I heard about last straw, but I didn't know exactly what it means until you explain it. Yes, so that's what last straw means. It's the final chance for somebody to do something. But you don't use it for you don't use it for yourself. This is my last straw. I mean, this is my last straw. This is my last straw. I would never use it for me. I would use it more for other people. And it's never a positive meaning. So I may have to look that up, but it sounds right. When I explain it and listen to it, that sounds right. Nice sound, but we're learners. How can we master it up as British and American? But me, I don't think I could be able to speak confidently like you, Mike. Well, I speak confidently because this is my mother tongue. I should speak confidently. I should speak my mother tongue well. But don't worry about speaking about like me. Do not. Let me make myself full screen so you can see me because I think this is very important. Please do not compare yourself with a native speaker. Please do not compare yourself with a native speaker. Because we're native speakers, we learn the language so early and use it so much. You cannot compare it. Okay. Most of you in this chat, I cannot speak your mother tongue. That's okay. You can speak your mother tongue and starting to learn English. That is impressive. That's amazing. Don't compare yourself to me. Sometimes I wish I were you. Man, my cat bit me earlier. So no, you don't wish you were me. My cat freaking bit me on my hand. You don't wish you were me. I got bit by an animal. So, oh, my stupid boss said this is your last straw. Ali, that one works. That's correct. You can use it that way. My boss said this is your last straw, meaning your boss said this is your last chance. If you don't do the job right, you are fired. That is when you use the last straw. Good job. That was a good use of that word. Are you ready to continue? We're going to now start to get into something that is a little more challenging. We're going to start looking at American dialects and how to say things like an American looking at pronunciation. I think we must compare our English now to our English 5 years ago, for example. Yes, I think you should compare your English to your English. So you can always compare your English to yours. Don't compare it to a native speaker's. It's not fair. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Okay. Robin always says, do not grade yourself or do not assess yourself, your English. Don't do it. Okay. It's not fair to you. Anyway, pronouncing American English dialects. I think some of you will understand what I'm talking about when you hear me explain this. So, this website says that a lot of Americans, we hold our vowels. So, when we speak, we say our vowels longer and we use our R's very strongly. And that is very much so. We do use our R's very strongly. Okay. So, for example, I like this. It says here, we use a very hard R sound when we make words like card. And it says like car, like Kaard, because that's what it sounds like, right? Instead of cod. That sounded weird. I sounded a little bit fake British. I say fake British because it's not good British. What this website is saying is that a lot of Brits will say cod. Can you hand me a cod? I don't know. My British English is terrible. But they'll say card or cod. But a lot of Americans, we have a strong R. So when you make your R, and I can't zoom into my face, I would love to. When you make an R sound, and I think a lot of you maybe can do this, East Asians have a tougher time, but they'll say their tongue will go like this, kind of like a snake, like this, like that. Or your tongue will kind of come back in your mouth like this. Like here's the bottom of my mouth. Your tongue will come like this, like this. And then you'll say your R sound. So I would say car. You can't see my tongue. When my tongue's doing like this, when I start to hit the R sound. Card. Card. I want a card. So we have a harder R sound. Try it out. Card. Try it. Say it with me. Card. 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 Now, some British folk may say cod. That sounded pretty good, actually. Card. Okay, that sounded bad. But Americans will say card. What's another word that has an R in it? Shard. Those are very, very hard R's. And we say those hard R's as well, typical American English has very hard R's. And also, we tend to hold our vowels as well, which I'll get to. That one is more of a dialect thing. But if you want to know what to look at to hear a standard American English accent, I would say you may want to watch the news. You don't have to understand everything in the news, but if you want to, watch the news and listen to how they talk. Because they are on the news, they have to speak in a very neutral or a very American dialect. No accent. No accent. Okay? I want to explain this one to you. This is kind of crazy. So this is actually pretty funny. Harry, what is up? Harry, what is up? How you doing, bro? Zainab's like, I like American more. I do too. I do too. Of course I do. Noor says, but we're learners. How can we be able to math? Oh, did I already read this? Oh, I did. Did I read this already? Oh, you just said the same thing. Okay. Notice here, this one's a little bit different. This one is where I hold my vowels. Now, the Southern American dialect speaks like this. I'm going to warn you. This is my warning to you. I'll do a live stream on this one day, like only this. I'm going to speak with an American Southern dialect, my dialect. You do not have to copy me here. You do not have to copy me. But if you want to try to say it like my accent, you can. Okay? This is going to be funny because I have to make myself do it. All right. So here, for example, this word on the left says bill, Bill. If I am talking to international friends, I say the word bill on purpose. I don't talk like that around my friends from my hometown. I never talk like that. Mike, I prefer to listen and mimic American accent because I can understand it more. Maybe I'm more familiar with it. That probably is it, Layla. I think you might be more familiar with it. Here, I want you to listen to this, okay? Bill. The way that is spelled, it says B Hill, but the way we would say it is Bill. No, sorry, God, I don't know. What was that? Hold on. Bill. So I hold it, it's longer. Bill. Like I paid my bills yesterday. You see how I held it? I didn't say I paid my bills yesterday. Do you hear the difference? I paid my bills. I paid my bills. My bills. It's bills versus bills. 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 One has an ill, one has an eel. Bills. Bills. Crazy, right? This is actually my accent. Here's another one. Feel. Feel. Like I feel sad. I feel happy, right? Whenever you were speaking in a regular American normal accent, you would say feel. If you were to speak in a southern, my accent, you would say feel. Hold on. Feel. Actually, no, you'll say feel. But if you say fill, like fill a cup, like I'm going to fill your cup with a drink, we also say feel. I'm going to fill your cup. It's really weird because we say fill with feel and we say feel with feel. So both of them are feels, which whenever I'm talking with a friend from the north, like from New York, Boston, and I speak in my accent, they don't know which one I'm talking about. For example, this, I'm wearing shorts, is my heel, right? I apologize for showing my feet. This is my heel, right? But whenever the land that goes up like this, hold on, let me make myself bigger. The land that goes up like this and it goes down, that's called a hill. Hill, Hill. You can guess. For us, for Southerners, we say heel. So both my part of my foot and this thing, they are both called heels. I know, it's crazy. You can speak in that if you like, or you don't have to. I take a cat nap now when Mike starts lesson. That's why I joined late. Oh, well, I'm glad you made it though. I'm glad you made it. Now it could be worse. I could be talking in a New York accent. That one scares me. New York. Yo, man, I'm from Brooklyn. What up, man? I'm from Brooklyn. Yo, I can't do New York, but that's what it sounds like to me. So anyway, this last two, think. We say think. Yeah, I need to think of a solution. I need to think of a solution. I need to think of a solution. So the kind of becomes a think of a solution. And then this one says hot. And then it says height, which I don't know that one, hot. But what I think it is, regular one is hot. Southern accent, hot. We hold it. Hot. It's really hot in here. It's really hot. Sounds different, doesn't it? Sounds way different. Here's some other words for you. I'm gonna make myself smaller. This is really interesting English for you. Hold on, let me move that for you. Let me move this. So for example, call. I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you on the phone, right? Sometimes we'll say call, call. So the way you pronounce the A, you hold it a little bit longer. And it sounds kind of weird. Yeah, I'll call you later. Instead of I'll call you later. I'll call you later. Talk will become talk. Talk is literally TAW, talk, talk versus talk. There's an L in there. Talk. OFF, pronounced off. But sometimes we say off. Mia, oh, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you made a live stream. We're talking about how to speak like an American. And love. I love the way we say love in the South. We'll say love. We'll say love. I love it. I love it. You can see my tongue. I love it. You hold it. You hold the of. Man, I love going to, I don't know, New York. I love going. How do you pronounce hot and hat? That's a good question. So those two words sound completely different. So there's HOT hot, hot, hot. And then the other one is hat, hot, hat, hot, hat, hat. With the hot sound, the sound is a short O sound. A short O, as you know, like it's an O. Other words that have short O's would be stop, like stop, stop. Pop, pop. A hat has a short A sound. Hat, hat. Apple, apple. Those are short A's. So hat, hot. Hat, hot. Thank you. Very good question, Alexandra. Let me know if you have another question. Just put it in the chat. I'll stop and answer your question happily. I'm doing well, but I feel sleepy a little because I can't sleep well last night. Oh, Layla, if you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. If you want to say it like a Southerner, you would say, I'm doing well, but I feel a little sleepy because I can't sleep well. I didn't sleep well last night. That's how you would say it like me. I didn't sleep well last night. It's really funny, Robin, says he doesn't want you to say the word ain't. But Southerners, where I'm from, we say the word ain't. It's a part of what we say. I mean, I ain't that sleepy. Nah, I ain't that sleepy. Do you hear how I said that? I said, I said I'm not that sleepy, but the way I said it was, I ain't that sleepy. But when I said it, it sounded like I ain't that sleepy. That's actually how we talk. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. If you are having a hard time understanding me when I'm speaking in my dialect or my accent, it's okay. You don't have to understand it. That is something that other English speakers struggle with. If Robin was to come to my where I'm from and listen to people who have strong accents, he would probably have a tough time understanding. If I went to wherever he is from and heard people who have a strong, like some of the Canadian accents, I would have a tough time too. Okay. So it's okay. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can understand native speakers, but when I try it out to pronounce the same way, I could find myself in garbage. No. Of course, if you try to say it, it's harder because you don't have enough practice saying it like we do. That's okay. Listen to the way I talk and copy me. That is my radio voice. That's my radio voice. Listen to the way I talk and copy me. Listen to the way I talk and copy me. The reason why I could talk like that is also because, I make different voices. So I'm so used to changing my voice if I need to. So I never, ever speak like this. This is my radio voice when I really need a radio voice. But I never talk like that to people, ever, ever. I like the American accent. Or no, Bertha, I'm going to say what you just said in the radio voice. I like the American accent. But when I was taking English class as a foreign language, most of the listening tests were in a British accent. And sometimes I couldn't catch some words. If you couldn't catch any words, it's fine. The British accent is somewhat hard to understand sometimes. Here's something really funny. When I was watching Harry Potter recently, I finally finished seeing all the Harry Potters about a year ago. I had to have the subtitles on because I didn't understand everything they said. Even Harry Potter confused me. So if you don't understand all of what they say with a British accent, it is okay. Even I don't understand it. So we're even. No worries. Yes, Robin hates his students saying ain't. Exactly. Yes, he does. I love this, Alyssa. Thank you. Ain't nobody got time for that. Or ain't nobody got time for that. I love that. I love that saying. Yeah, I can understand what you're talking about clearly, right? Here he goes. There's the man. Here's the man. I am taking notes on who is saying ain't. Welcome, Robin. So happy to see you tonight. I'm so happy to see you. Do you say ain't with your students, Mike? That is a very good question. Layla, I do not say ain't with my students. And the reason why I don't say ain't with my students is because whenever I'm speaking in school, I don't speak my dialect that much. Maybe when I'm upset at kids, I do. But most of the time, I don't speak my dialect. So some of the words that I use, I don't use with them. If I'm speaking with somebody who's from a very similar region as me, then I probably use it. But they are from a similar region from me. So I listen to the way they talk. And because they speak like I would talk, I start speaking that way too. Thus, I say those words. But most of the time, I don't. Robin knows we talking about ain't. I am Harry, but unfortunately not Potter. It's okay. You're Harry with one R too, not two R's. What was ain't? Ain't is a contraction that I do not believe it is official. Robin can confirm that. It would mean am not. It would mean am not. Saying like I am not Michael. I ain't Michael. Robin's like, yes, that is what ain't would be. But I would agree with Robin. I wouldn't recommend you to use ain't. Language is a type of thing where if you know it really well, you can bend the rules. You can bend the rules if you know the language well. If you say ain't, you would need to understand the language before saying that, if it makes sense. Ain't is a slang. Ain't is definitely a part of a dialect. It's more of a dialect. I would say it's like Southern Black dialect, or even just a Black American dialect. We would say ain't. Also, Southern Americans would say ain't too. Southern Americans, people from the American South would say ain't as well. So, but again, like I said, just know if you want to use ain't or not. Just yeah, I would tell you not to use it. You have to understand it before you use it, and I would say don't use ain't. Don't use ain't. Before I forget, if you have not yet joined our WhatsApp group, which I think everybody have, but Mia, I don't know if you have, but we have a group of people who love speaking English all the time. And it's a really, really, really good way to learn and practice your English in this group. So it's English learners from all over the world. So here in the chat, I posted our WhatsApp group link. If you're interested in joining it, please click the link and sign up, and you'll be in a big group with a ton of English speakers wanting to learn English, and they talk to each other, as well as Robin, Shaw, and myself are in the group, as well as a couple of other English teachers, and we're there to help you reach your English goals. So yay, yay. Moving back. I love that. Talk. Call. That's how we talk. Call. I'm gonna call you later. I'm gonna call you later. This is I love this. That is a Southern English dialect. Now I could talk about the Northeastern, but I'm not very strong when it comes to the Northeastern dialect because I'm not from the Northeast. Not from the Northeast at all. I'm from the Southeast. But I do want to show you. There was one more site that I looked at, and I thought it was very interesting with something they said, and I want to show it to you. But before I show it to you, I do want to highlight what Layla says here. Mike, don't you agree with me that we should know slang words like ain't or other words so we can understand native speakers, but maybe we don't have to use them? I think it is important to understand certain words, right? You may not have to use it. So, for example, if I was to teach you all the curse words in American English, just all the curse words, all the fun stuff, um, does that mean you have to use it? No. You don't have to actually curse, especially if you don't want to use bad words. You don't have to use bad words, but it is really good for you to know what they are. So when people say them, you know them. And Mia says, I'll definitely check that out. Thank you, Mike. You're welcome, Mia. Not a problem. Thank you for wanting to check it out, possibly. All right. Look at that little girl. She's so happy with her big old American flag. Hey, girl. How you doing? All right. We are going to now look at this one. And I thought it had some cool parts of it. And so I want to kind of look at a few. There's a couple that I think that will be very useful to you. Where is my? I want to make myself a little bit smaller. There we go. It talks about contractions, and I'm going to zoom in on this a little bit. Talks about contractions, and we all know contractions, right? Will not, won't, cannot, can't, had not, hadn't, right? Those are the formal contractions that we know. We know these, right? But there are some contractions that are very American, and some of these I want you to know, and some of these you probably already know. I'm going to skip the first one and come back to it because I love the first one. The first one is my favorite. The first one, or the second one, going to. I'm gonna. You most likely heard this one. I'm going to go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. Gonna is when we speak in English, and especially American English, gonna flows. It feels good when you say it. Going to, you can say going to. It's okay. Gonna kind of has a way that flows about it. Hey, where you going? I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm gonna go to the store. Why don't you try that with me? Can you try that with me? I'm gonna go to the store. Let's do that again. I'm gonna go to the store. It's very easy to say with your tongue, right? Very easy to say. One more time. Hey Mahin, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Mahin's in the house, y'all. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. One more time. I'm gonna go to the store. Got to or have to. We say gotta. I gotta get to the store today. I gotta get to the store today. Gotta is also very useful. We use that. When you use things, contractions like this, it helps you kind of speed up your way of speaking a little bit. Give me. Give me $10. 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 Hey, can you give me some money? Right here. Gimme. Gimme. Can you say gimme? Gimme. Now, of course, these are not this is not standard English, official English. If you were to write an official paper for like school or a job, please don't use these. Don't use these. Okay. Anur says, I am confused with changing words. So by changing words, do you mean like this, Anur? Like contractions? Do you mean like this? Let me know. Is this what you're talking about? The top one, my favorite. This is one from the American South. You gotta means should, or gotta means I got to. I got to go to the store before it closes. I have to go to the store before it closes. So gotta, have to, have to, have to. I have to go. Yeah, have to is an unofficial contraction. I have to go. We kind of mash it together. I have to go to the store before it closes today. Gotta mean I said that. Harry says a good one too. Harry says, let me. And it sounds weird, let me, But let me means let me. Let me know your number when you find out your phone number. Or when you know your address, please let me know it. That doesn't make sense. Let me know. Let me know when you have time to meet. Let me know when you have time to meet. Can you say that with me? I'm gonna say it really slowly, okay? Let me know when you have time to meet. One more time. Let me know when you have time to meet. Again, this is not an official contraction, but it is spoken. Let me know. It helps your words flow. Maine, you say, how do you pronounce it? It, 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 it apostrophe D would be like it. Hold on. I have to use it in a sentence because I can't say it by itself. It'd be fun. It would be fun. Okay, so it would be fun if you came with me. That is like the sentence. It would be fun if you came with me. If I changed it to it apostrophe D, it'd be fun. It'd be fun. So it's almost like I'm saying ID. It'd be it'd be fun. It'd be fun. It'd be fun if you come with me. I'm gonna say it one more time. I want you to repeat after me if you can. It'd be fun if you came with me. I'll say it one more time. It'd be fun if you came with me. That is very practical English that you can start using from today. You can start using that now. Mike, what time do you take your cat nap? Anura, I take my cat nap around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. When I get home from school and I'm really tired, I pass out. I pass out. I go to sleep for a small nap. Thanks, Mike. Your live is very useful. You help us a lot. I'm so glad that you feel that way. If you think my live is useful, please always, if you know anybody else who want to learn English, share it, and that way my live can help more people. And anytime you want to see it again, come back and watch. I'm glad we started having some newer people come in as well and learning some English. Got it. Thank you. You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm not done yet. Is that okay? Y'all. You all. Y'all is very useful. Again, it's from the American South. It is a word that is not only useful, but it also helps you to talk about many people. A lot of Americans say you guys, but guys are men, right? So I say you guys, but maybe the people I'm talking to are not all men, right? They could be women. You could use you guys with women. Yeah, you can. But as a YouTuber and as someone who I'm a teacher and everything, sometimes I have to find another word to use instead of you guys. So I would say y'all. Y'all, which is you all. Y'all. Can you say it with me? It's a really good word. Try to say it with me. Y'all. Y'all. Try it one more time. Y'all. So it would say I would use it in a sentence like this. Where y'all going? Okay. The English sentence that I'm about to say is not a correct English sentence, but it's very spoken. I would say, I want to say, where are you all going? Where are you all going? But when I say it, I would say, where are y'all going? Where are y'all going? Where are you all going? Where y'all? And then if I say it faster, natural English for me would be, where y'all going? Where y'all going? I don't say going. You'll notice that a lot of words that end in ing in American English, we take off the G and it's just in. So instead of saying going, where are you going? I can say that. But if I want to sound more natural, I would say, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? I talk like that to my kids all the time. Where are you going? Get back here. Sit down. Where are you going? That is a very useful one for you. Let me see. Let me look at the chat. Mike, I think I have to go get some rest. Thanks a million for this important live stream. Layla, if you're still here, thank you for coming. If you're not here, I will catch you later, okay? Get some rest. Ozma, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I have not seen your post yet. Thank you. We would go. We'd go. We'd go. We used to. We is a. We uzada. We would go. We'd go. We would go. We'd go. We'd go. Gotcha. We would go would be we'd go. We'd go. We would go. We'd go. We'd go to the store every day. We would go to the store. Yeah. So it'd be we'd go. We'd go. We used to. We used to. We used to. We used to. Yeah. So say like, yeah, we used to meet every day, right? We used to meet every day. We used to meet. Used to. We used to meet every day. That is a very, very useful phrase too. We used to meet every day. That's very practical English. Whenever I'm speaking with other English speakers, I would say things like that. While Zainab says, wow. Where you going? Where you going? I thought this was a very, very cool thing to show you all, those contractions. There was one other thing that I saw. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It is right here. This was a question that was asked to me the other day, and I thought it was so interesting. It's about the letter T, and when the letter T appears in the middle of a sentence. This was one that was asked of me a lot, and it was, do you turn your T's into D's? And this website says that often Americans, what we do is we turn our T's in the middle of a sentence into a D. So, for example, if we go down here, there we go. If you look here, here are some words. So for the word little, this is a little boy, or this is a little pin. I don't know. That is a little cat. I don't say little a lot ever. I never say little. That's really hard for me, actually. The two T's, little. It's really hard as an American English speaker. What I say is I take the two T's and I make them a D. So instead of little, I call it little. Little. That's a little cat. That's a little boy. I have to change the two T's to a D. What about writer? So writer is the way to say, I mean, I could say dotty, but writer, idle. Well, idle. Yeah, idle. Yeah, idle is also with a D. Bottle. I like this one. Bottle. Bottle. I like a bottle of water. The British. I like a bottle of water. I like a bottle of water. What? So I think I'm not British, so I'm not gonna be able to say it well. But of course, we don't say bottle. Bottle is actually pretty challenging for Americans. Maybe I can say it, but I'll never say it like that. We change the two T's into a D, and we say bottle. This is a bottle of water. Mike, can you introduce that site? Maybe we can benefit from it. I will send it to you. Yes, I will send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you at the very end of the stream. I'll send you both sites that I used. Mike, you really keen on the course with students. I try my best to help you all the best I can. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Third, oh, sorry. This last one, 30. The number 30, 28, 29, 30. We don't normally say 30. 30 is actually again challenging. So I say 30, 30, 30, 31, 32. City. Thank you, Mahin. Mahin says city. I can say, what city are you from? Americans don't say that. We say, what city? It kind of flows. What city are you from? Computer. Computer. 40. 40. 40. So when we have T's in the middle of a sentence, a lot of times we do not say the T sound, we say the D sound because the D sound is a lot easier for us to say. Harry, are you talking about like there was one on TikTok where it's like English in the future and it's like, can I have a bottle of water? Come bottle of water, bottle of water, bottle, no, no, it was water, what, and then there was nothing. I think I know that meme. It's a funny meme. I think though that is a really good one. So just remember, whenever Americans, when we have a T that's in the middle of a sentence, a lot of times we pronounce it as a D, as a D. The last thing that I'm gonna say, there's really not much that I really want to show you, other than make sure that you look at idioms, learn some idioms, and make sure you learn some phrases that Americans use as well. Please make sure you learn those. My British accent is very funny. Thank you very much. It's pretty bad actually. I'm gonna stop sharing that page. There we go. And I put those two website links in the chat for you. Do you pronounce this word as close or clues? And I say close, like close the door. Close. We have to say it by close. So I hope that this lesson helped you. If you have not already, I did a lesson on diction and how to improve your pronunciation in diction. In one way, I said try to shadow people, read books aloud, listen to people, even record your voice if you have to. Those are really good methods for making your English take steps up, right? Follow these. These will help you sound more like an American. You will improve your English pronunciation by doing these things. Okay? I promise you, you will see a difference in your pronunciation if you follow these steps. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out today with me in this lesson. Do you have any questions about English at all? Any questions you have just about language, how to say something, maybe something I said earlier that was a little confusing? Tell me, what is something that maybe you want me to clear up for you? Mike, please, can you pronounce this word? That word is pronounced gifts. So the T is silent. We don't say the T. So you say it like GIFS, gifts. You would think that it is said gifts, gift, gifts, gifts, but you don't say the T. So it's just gifts, gifts. One more time, gifts. So no problem. Anytime. Ask me how to say a word. if you have not done so already, here is the link to our WhatsApp chat. Please join us if you haven't done so. And if you have not subscribed to Michael's English Lab, or excuse me, Mike's English Lab, please make sure you subscribe to the channel as well as turn on the notifications so you know when I create a new video. I'm making content every day, everybody. Content is coming out every day for you. I'm making content every day for you. And I want you to learn from it. That's how I used to pronounce it. Yes. Don't pronounce it with the T, pronounce it with just an F. Okay. What does a flat T mean? I don't know what a flat T means. Let me look it up. Flat T. This sound comes at the end of a word or sometimes even a syllable and is made the same way you will make a regular T. So give me an example. Can you give me an example? So maybe it is attack. Attack. A T is a flat T between two vowels in a diphthong. So beautiful city. Okay. So it's interesting. I had to look it up. So there's a flap. It's a flap T. Flap T with a P. Flap T. I've never heard of that T. I did not know that. Oh, I did not know that. Do you have a live tomorrow? Zainab, I won't have a live tomorrow. My lives are every Wednesday, but I started doing Monday as well. I've started doing 2 lives a week to help people with their English. Maybe in the future, I may not do 2 lives. I might do 1 live just because that gives me more time to make videos rather than do a live, as well as it gives me time to relax. It gives me time to relax, sleep, do nothing. So, but the next live stream will be on next Monday. So make sure you come back next Monday. I will try and have a short for you tomorrow. I do have a short for you now. Well, not now, but from you yesterday. So if you have not watched my short from yesterday, which not a lot of people did because YouTube hates me, which is really sad. I want to share that short with you. Hold on, let me share that short with you. It's crazy. I changed my thumbnail, but YouTube won't let me change my thumbnail, even though I changed it. Thank you, YouTube, for making it hard for me. I love your live stream, Mike. Thank you. I love that you love my live stream. Thank you very much. I'm trying my best to get out as much content as I can, and hopefully people will like my videos. So if you really enjoy the live streams, please make sure you subscribe. Please make sure that you hit the notification bell, and please make sure that you comment in the videos, because every like you give the video, every every comment you write in the video, it helps the YouTube channel do better, and it helps me grow. It helps me grow. So if you can help do that, I would appreciate that. And I'm going to keep the live streams coming. I'm going to keep the videos coming, the full videos, everything. So thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. And if y'all are in the WhatsApp chat, I will definitely see you in the WhatsApp chat. Have a good day. Have a good night. Thank you. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.